I love visually captivating things. I like to create visually captivating videos. No matter where you are, there's always a story to tell, and I find pleasure in creating visually striking images, even in the most simple scene. Now, as I've been trying to create these visually stunning videos, I've been slowly adding gear to my collection over the last few years, and today I wanted to share 3 pieces of equipment that I've recently acquired that I think add something to my video creation process that I didn't have before. Now, let's get into it. Welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, my name is Tatsuki. I'm a photographer, videographer, content creator. I make visual assets both professionally and as a hobby for here on YouTube. And today I wanted to create a video that's a little bit different to my usual vlogs. This is for the creators. This is for you guys who also create videos and want tips and tricks. None of this is sponsored, by the way. I just want to preface this video by saying that none of the companies are seeing this video before I post it. This is just my thoughts and opinions. So I really want to discuss this, and we're going to start off with something very interesting. The first thing I want to talk about is this gimbal. This is the DJI RS4 Mini, and this honestly has unlocked a lot of things for me. When I'm shooting videos in general, things are mostly handheld or shot on a tripod. Now, this obviously is a lighter setup and I don't need to carry around a lot of things. The biggest reason why I've never owned a gimbal is because of the size. Now, this is pretty small, and honestly, this has been a bit of a game changer because now I'm bringing this along on shoots and I'm just using a gimbal and I'm getting these shots that you can't otherwise get. I'll go into a couple of things that I like about the gimbal, and then I'll talk about some things that I don't. Firstly, the gimbal is very small. This has been a game changer because the previous gimbals, they're like 1.5 kilograms. They're a little bit bigger than this, and they're just too large. I don't want to carry that around with me. But now that this is a little bit smaller, much lighter, and it does the same job as what these bigger professionals gimbals do. So now that the gimbal is more portable, it is definitely something that I'm going to be inclined to bring with me on these video shoots that I do more often, just because, yeah, I don't want to carry around heavy stuff all the time, especially if it just makes me feel uncomfortable. Secondly, obviously, gimbals, incredibly smooth footage. I think this is going to be very useful when it comes to client work. One of my clients is a tattoo artist, and I recently shot some videos for him in Osaka. Adding gimbal shots to this client job really elevates the look of the whole video in general. Having gliding shots, smooth tracking shots while moving. I found this particularly interesting while using the tracker, which is the third thing I want to talk about. This little tracker that you just clip onto the gimbal is absolutely amazing. I was experimenting with the gimbal later and I realized that I could just pop it on a tripod and I could use the tracker to create movement shots while I was by myself. All I have to do, signal with my hand, and it starts. And then it follows me like this, which is ridiculous. And you can adjust the smoothness of it so it really tracks you slower or faster pace. And I don't know, this might just be one of those tools that I might be using a lot more, because if a solo shooter like me wants to get some footage of like movement or like me moving without having to ask a friend, then this is a great option. And if you're a solo shooter, I think being able to break up the static shots with a little bit of movement, it's going to bring a different element to the video that you're creating. I believe this gimbal is a little bit cheaper than the Pro ones, but the one big downside that I've faced is that I don't think there's a case for this thing. I really don't know why. I might be wrong, but I never received one. And frankly, like, I'm looking for some sort of case to put it in because it is gear that I don't want to break, and there are moving elements to it that I just don't want to damage while transporting it in just like a tote bag or something. So that's a little bit weird. If you guys know a good idea for a carry bag for it, please let me know in the comments because I want to get one. I started my creative journey in photography, and I think the one key thing that translates from photos to videos is light. I'm sure you've experienced this, but if you don't have good lighting, it is very hard to create visually striking videos, and that's where I guess, lighting equipment comes in. Now, whether I'm indoors or outdoors, portable lighting equipment is something that I think every content creator or video creator should have. And so today I want to recommend you this. This is a panel light from Amaran. Now this panel light, this is the 60C version. There's a 120C version. It's just bigger. And I've found that I use this one a lot more. It's smaller, it's more compact. It comes in a little bag. This is the bag. It comes with a softbox and a diffuser that just fits into that bag, which is ready for you to carry and use wherever you want. Firstly, it's a very versatile light. Indoors, I have no issues using it. Outdoors, it has to be like nighttime or like a little bit darker conditions because this is the weaker version. But it has RGB lights. You can change the temperature and everything from your phone using the app, which is super handy because if you have the light set up, then you can just adjust the brightness and the color or the temperature of it while it's there. I actually use this light all the time to create a fake sunrise or sunset lighting condition, especially on like cloudy days or if I missed the sunrise and I just want to recreate that during the middle of the day. And I think overall, if you only have the budget to purchase one light, this could be a great option for you because you can use it at your desk as like a studio light with the softbox and diffuser, or you can use it like me, just like out and about while you're trying to add a little bit of light to the side of a shot or in front or behind or whatever it is. The only negative thing I have to say about this, which I don't really think it's a negative thing, is that it is USB-C charged and you need a portable battery to operate it. But I don't think there's any other light on the market that's this powerful that is battery operated with like, you don't need an external battery. If this does bother you, Amaran has these lights called the Ace 25. They're much smaller. These are fantastic. These are also battery operated. You don't need a portable thing to like operate it. You can just run it as it is. It connects to the app as well. And this is pretty small, so I bring this along with me as well. Now, this last piece of gear is a little bit expensive, but it is an investment that I made, and it is the lens that I'm shooting on right now. This is the 24mm f1.4. When it comes to creating beautifully striking videos, this has got to be one of my favorite lenses. And when you pair it with the 1.4 aperture, you can really create strong depth separation between your subject, me, and the background. Of course, this being a Sony G Master lens, it comes with a heavy price tag, but at the same time, it comes with great quality glass. It's small and compact. It's also very lightweight. And one of my favorite parts about this lens is just when I'm color grading the footage that's shot with it, it's really easy to push and pull different colors into the scene and create a beautiful saturated image. Now, when you take this lens and you flip it vertical to shoot reels, it's also a really good focal length. It's wide enough to have a full body shot where you don't need to be too far away from the camera. And I shoot most of my video with the Sony A7C II, so it just pairs really nicely with the lens and it's just like a nice, good looking set. Now, like I mentioned, this is a little bit of an investment lens. It's a bit expensive, but there are alternatives for it. 24mm is a great focal length, and Sony offers a cheaper version that isn't f1.4, but it's still 24mm, and it's probably great. Or if you wanted to go for a third-party option like Sigma or Tamron, they have their own versions as well. Okay guys, so that is the gear that I've recently acquired. I think this stuff is really elevating my content creation, my video creation, and it's just been really fun to use these versatile pieces of equipment. I don't make these videos too often, but I wanted to make this for the content creators out there. I know a lot of you guys create videos yourself, which is amazing. This is the gear that I use frequently. I've got a lot of other stuff to talk about. So if you want more videos like this, let me know in the comments. Any specific questions, I'll probably go over it in the future. So yes. Anyway, I'll see you in the next video. Peace.